This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to us to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. With it on the return is Logan, and he returns this to the 22. On first down, Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers again now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down throw. Here's Franks. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will take over possession here at the 44. So first interception thrown for him there. And that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game. But this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there, complete to Rodgers. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Franks now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will be set up now as he brings us in all the way back inside the 12. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But this is also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
On first down, here's Franks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Frank's throw here taken in by Ingram. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Panther football to start quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
It's Franks now from the shotgun. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down and 3. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Franks. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. McCann's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Franks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying, it's not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year.
This is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Franks now to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Franks. Being chased out left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Franks looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Man open, here is Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught by Amari Rodgers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He spins through, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Franks now on 2nd down. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Operating from the gun, Franks. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 24, Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Here we go.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught by Rodgers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Wilder. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Packers could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilder, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. McCann's kick up and good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Second down, Franks.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they will take a knee here.